Okay, so today's plan is to fit these heated grips. These grips are from White's and they're the 120mm version. Integrated controller means that you don't have to have a control box mounted on top of the handlebars, which can be annoying and also take up room. The controller itself has a small miniature 4-amp fuse built into it, and my plan is to connect it to the accessory connections that exist on the bike already. Just been testing them with the battery on my bench here. Been on for about 2 or 3 minutes and they're really hot. I can't wait to try these out. So to get the handguards off, we need a couple of things. We need an 8mm for the 2 bolts here, 10mm for the nut on the back of that bracket, and I do believe a 5mm X Allen key as well. Wow, I've just noticed from manufacturer that the loom here is actually pinched by the bracket that holds the handguard. That's very lucky if there's no damage to the cable. Okay, so next we're going to take out the right hand side handguard. You take these clamps off, just be careful not to lose the rubber inside. Okay, so the right hand grip is slightly different to the left hand grip in that it's got a wider diameter to allow for the throttle tube. That's the tube that secures to the throttle cable. So the diameter of this throttle tube is almost 26mm. Internal diameter of the new one is 25.44. So we're going to have to do some modifications to get the new grip to fit onto this. Okay, so that's the first mod done, which is to get the tabs off. Next I have to reduce the diameter of this, which is going to take a while. Alright, so I'm going to basically sand this body back. I'm just going to protect this throttle housing, accidentally damage it or slow myself down having to worry about. I figured the best way, or good way of having a go at this and maintaining it in a round shape, yeah, piece of old felt.
A few very boring minutes later. Much later.
Right hand grip is now fitted, just waiting for the glue to dry, so it took a while. See, there's a lot of dust. The cable is routed along with the existing loom. You can just see it's stowed there at the moment while I wait until I do the other side and decide where I run the final. Now going to fit the other side. The other side is the one with the built-in switch for controlling. It's 5 settings. It goes from off to blue to green to orange to red. Red being the maximum, then off. and then the cable's a little bit thicker because it's got the control cabling and the element wiring in it. Guard off. So first we'll remove this existing grip. Oh yeah, that's good. So allegedly this side is a bit easier. So there we go. Sometimes you need a little bit of lubricant. We did it! Yes! Okay, the last thing I'm going to do just before I actually finish running these cables in, I'm going to make sure that they're still working. Okay, we're back. We're going to refit the handguard and then start running in the wiring. Okay, so now I need to find a place. I've secured the cable to the existing looms for the left-hand handlebar. Now I need to find a place to connect this and this to this controller. This final part of the wiring is actually proving to be quite challenging because there's such limited space to not only run the wiring but also to store the little controller. So I think I'm going to have to stash the controller in behind this structural member here, and the right hand loom will do the same, and then I'll join them in the middle, stuff it in, and then I'm going to have to run the cable back to the front, sorry, the headlight, so that I can pick up the accessory power. It's really important with these cables around here to ensure that you check they don't catch. I also don't leave the cable ties too tight because you can damage the loom, and by leaving it not too tight you can allow a little play in the harness as the bike moves. I think I'm going to see if I've got any heat shrink to go over these connectors. The length of the cables and the arrangement of the cables on this bike makes it really hard to stow this thing. Okay, I think I've got it. It's been quite a challenge to get this cable where I want it so that I can terminate it nicely. I need to go into this pair here. That's all connected up now, so it comes on when the ignition comes on. Now all I need to do is put all this away and give it a test. Just cover panel back in, and then alright, here's the moment of testing. Okay, start the bike. Okay, but definitely getting warm, right?
Yep. This is going to be good.
Are you pleased?
Game changer.
Yeah. You have no idea what pain I've been through to get those in.
Thank you for taking away my pain.